Okay, next up is a scatter plot question. Again, I'd encourage you to pause the video and give it a shot. This is part 3 of the alternate assessment review. Okay, so this kind of correlation is called a positive because if you drew in a line of best fit, the line would be slanting up. So here's our rough line of best fit. Okay, so this is what's considered a positive correlation. And that just means that as the weight increases, price increases. So they kind of increase together. Right? And that's all a positive correlation means. And then as far as the correlation coefficient goes, if it's a positive correlation, it has to be a positive number. So this is a positive number. If it was negative correlation, it would be negative. And for positive correlations, it's anywhere from 0 to 1. For negative correlations, it's from 0 to negative 1. But so this one should be positive 0 to 1. And then it's like the closer the points get to the line, the closer it is to positive 1. Okay, so like on the test, I would probably take anything from like 0.5 to even 0.95, right? So these are pretty tight to this line. So it's definitely going to be more than 0.5. If I had to take a random stab, my best guess would be 0.85. That would be my best guess. But you'd need like software to actually figure out the actual one. But that would just be my best estimate. But realistically on a test, I'd take anything that's in the ballpark here. And definitely should be positive. Right, again, if it's negative, it'd be anywhere from -1 to 0. Okay, solve an equation. So pause the video, give this a shot. Okay, so this one's just a straight linear one. There's no power or anything, so we can just do algebra steps and we should get one answer. So basically kind of clean up first by distributive property. -8 minus 10x. And then I would clean up this side a little further, like these combined to like a -5x. And now when you have x's on both sides, you got to get rid of them on one side. So you could either add 5x to both sides or add 10x. I would probably choose add 10 because that'll give us a positive 5x here. But you could have added 5x2 to both sides. That would work. Okay, and then add the 24 to both sides. So that would be, I'm struggling, that's 16. And then divide by 5. So this is going to be 3.2, 3 1/5 left over, so 3.2. Okay, next up, solve one, but the trick here is now you have exponents, so it's kind of different. Pause the video. All right, so this one should have 3 solutions because it's an x cubed. Okay, and you can certainly factor it or graph it. I kind of love graphing, but that's just me. So either way, you're going to need 0 on one side. Okay, please note you can't do the quad formula because the quad formula solves x squared specifically. So this is an x cubed. And then if you want to see the factor route, you pull out an x. And then you can keep factoring where the part here, you can put x and x and then make it multiply to 12 and add to -8. So we're going to need 2 negatives. All right, and that'll multiply to positive 12, add to -8. And then your 3 answers are, when you have a times x, that's this answer of 0, which makes sense. If you think of 0, you'd have 0 equals 0 minus 0. So that certainly makes sense as an answer. Set this one to 0, you get 2. Set that one to 0, you get 6. Okay, and again, just to show you, like, I would graph it, right? Once I get 0 on one side, I would just go to y equals and type this in. And your answers will be these x-intercepts. So if you want to see that real quick, it'd look like this. Type it in. Okay, just type it in and then hit the graph key. And you can see it's crossing at 0, 2, and 6. Right, and that's it. Those are your answers. Mine looks a little weird, so I'm actually going to zoom my window back to standard. There. Now it looks a little bit normal. 0, 2, and 6. So same answers, but just a different way of doing it. So you can either factor it or, honestly, I would do graph, but that's just me. Okay, last one for you to try here. Sally is taking 3 math tests, and she got 87 and 89. But she wants to average 90, and she's got a third test to go. So what does she got to get on her third test to average 90? What's the minimum she's got to get? Okay, so honestly, what I would do on this one is I just think she's like 3 points behind, because she was a little bit behind what she wants there when she got that 87. And when she got the 89, she was 1 more point behind. So that means she needs to do like 4 points better on the final test just to make it up. So in my head, I'm pretty confident the answer is going to be 94, right? But the other route you can do it if you want more of a mathy feel of this is you can add the 3 test scores together and divide by 3. And again, the last test score, at least initially, is unknown. And just say, hey, I want that average to be 90. So you can set it up like that and then solve for x. And the way you solve this is you just take it times 3 to both sides to get rid of the divide 3. And that tells you need about 270 total points for the 3 tests to average 90. And then you just combine what you already have. So that would be 176, I think. And then just subtract off 176 from both sides, right? And that'll get you what you need on that last test, which kind of what I already thought is you need 94. So you can get 94, at least 94 if you want to average 90. Obviously, you do better than that, you do better than 90, but that's what you got to get in that last test. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching, and good luck on the alternate assessment.